What is going on, YouTube? So this is going to be part 5 of my video series on my Ruger Mark IV 22 LR Tactical Pistol Series. I encourage you guys to scroll down to the comments if you are interested in watching my previous videos in which I talk about the base pistol and my intentions, the red dot, the Volquartsen internals. I make a entire video on those separate parts, so I encourage you to go back to my playlist, which I have pinned in the comment section of this video, and just go back and watch if you're interested. So this is part 5. This is going to be my final, not my final, but it's going to be the last part of my Ruger series for a while, because this is every part I want for now. I eventually want to get a silencer. That's going to be part 6, but I have not yet started the NFA process. So we're talking, I don't know, a year or something, plus, because I haven't even bought it yet. So it could be, we're talking about the NFA wait time plus me, finding a sale, etc. So it's going to be a while before the next part. So this is probably going to be my conclusion for a while is what I'm trying to say. What I've added on here, if you have not noticed, is the Streamlight VIR2. Here's a box. I bought it brand new. Let's do an unboxing as it comes new. So you have the manual. Don't think this is really gonna be much in here to really look at. So one cool thing about this LAM, the laser aiming module, is it has an IR. Let's see. Oh, this is actually in Spanish. Let me go. Cool. This should be it. Nope, this is also in Spanish. Okay, here's that. So this is an IR laser. It's also an IR illuminator with also being a white LED light. Has the output wavelength. Getting into it, this is a 300 lumen LED light. So it's programmable, or it has different modes. So I'll put it in LED light. So that's 300 lumens. That's a nice hotspot. So it's very functional, even though the lumen output is relatively low. It's a pretty good light. And you can put it in off setting, which is nice if you're transporting it. If you're just target shooting, it's nice to have an off setting on a laser light. Also has an IR setting. So you're not going to be able to see it on video. As you saw, I turned it on. The camera will pick it up. There is the laser. And then you can see so the top is the illuminator and the side is the actual laser. So it's invisible to the naked eye, but if you're using night vision, if you can see in the IR spectrum with things like a camera, then you'll be able to see it. So it's pretty nice. This is a relatively expensive or inexpensive LAM, depending on how you look at it. Now, if you compare it to something like a PEC 15, then it is cheap. This is about $300. If you compare it to like a regular LED light, like a TLR1, it's relatively expensive because, a regular light's about $100. This is going to be 3 times at $300. You can notice how I mounted it one slot forward. Typically, I want to mount my light all the way to the rear, which I wanted to do. But as you notice, the way you disassemble the Ruger is you press forward on the takedown button, and you have to hinge it forward. So can you see the issue? If I would have mounted this further back, then it's going to prevent me from hinging it and being able to disassemble my Ruger. Which, it wouldn't be an issue. Let me get this back. Clear? It wouldn't be an issue if this didn't have a recessed takedown button. So as you can see, it's a flathead screw in order to take it down, where a typical TLR1 will have a oversized thumb screw that you can remove with your thumb. So you can easily take it on, take it off. This one, you need a tool to take it down, so it's not exactly a quick on-off. So if I had that function, if I could take it on and off very quickly, I'd still mount it to the rear. But this is a compromise I've had to make because it is both the takedown tool requires an actual flathead, and because of the pivoting feature that I need to do in order to take it apart for cleaning. You can see, just like I showed you in the manual, it tells you the IR spectrum length, the IR output. Basically, it's just a warning label saying not to shine it into your eyes because it is a laser. It has your adjustments here. You get there, and then down here. So you can see the different bulbs. The center is the lumens. You have the laser, and then you have the IR illuminator. This is mostly a flood illuminator in terms of the IR spectrum. So it's not going to be that useful in terms of trying to see things at 100 yards. You know, it's more of a pistol PCC light kind of configuration. They do make this in a coyote color, which is interesting. They don't offer that in any other configuration. They do have a few lights in FDE, but it's an actual anodized coyote color. So that's a very unique option. I went for the black just to match it. I didn't want something too different. And that's it. That's going to be my Ruger Mark IV series for a while. A bonus feature I do have is I did get a Volquartsen compensator. It's actually, I've already taken it out. So this is the 20-hole compensator for 22. I bought this on a clearance. It's actually for the M&P 1522, but it's the same 1/2x28 threading. And let me show you how I'll put it on. So I can take off this thread protector. And I'll put this on. One thing I'm kind of dismayed about is the fact that the compensator is not the same overall diameter as the ball barrel on the Ruger Mark IV, because this is a heavy ball barrel. You notice how it's slightly, the compensator is slightly smaller than the actual barrel. You know, it's just a cosmetic thing, but it's also probably my fault because I bought it for the M&P 1522, which is a 22 AR-15. I'm sure the Volquartsen muzzle brake that calls for the actual Ruger is probably the full size. I think, I can only imagine. So it's a 20 port, it's all around. We're only talking about a 22. I'll try it out and see if I like it. The reason I bought this is because the actual retail on this is $66. It's not inexpensive, but I actually saw this on clearance because it was a damaged open packaging, but it used some optics planet, and it was $15. So $15, I mean, I'll try it out, see if I like it. I mean, if I don't like it, I can obviously take it off very easily. But yeah, that's how I'm going to have it set up for now. I may obviously take this on and off. One thing I wanted to show you guys was me having this in a holster. So I'm going to take this off because I don't think it's going to fit. Yeah, so the comp is not going to fit. So let me take this off just so I can demonstrate to you guys. So this is the Black Hawk Omnivore holster. It's a universal light bearing holster that will fit any gun, majority of the guns that have a TLR1. So this is the TLR VIR 2, and I may have forgot to show you the rest of the box. So we have some stickers, we have operating instructions and manual, a few keys, in case you want to swap it to like a 1913. Let me focus here. So we have 1913, universal, we have a removing function. This is for the C-clip. And a few extra C-clips in case you take that off. The battery warning, and that's it. Just a simple cardboard box. Let's see here. So, getting back to it. So, this is a TLR light bearing holster for the TLR1, TLR2, and this is a TLR, but it does not give you a tension. supposed to lock in, but it's not. The reason why is because the retention fits on the thumb screw, the protruding thumb screw of a TLR1, and this has a recessed flathead screw, so it's a totally different design, so it does not fit. So I technically don't have a holster option. If I do swap that light to a TLR1, it does give me retention. It's very solid. You know, I can run around and use this for like a competition shoot or whatever. But as I currently have it configured with this TLR VIR 2, I do not have a holster option, and there's not many options on the market. So just a compromise. You know, if I am gonna run and gun, do a night shoot, I probably can't do high speed stuff with IR because this light does not fit any holsters I have. I'll probably have to switch to just using white light by using a TLR1. So that's it. That's gonna be my Ruger Mark IV Tactical 22 LR playlist for a while. I'll keep it open obviously because I do want to show you guys when I do get my silencer, but I have no other upgrades planned. I have no other things I really plan on changing. So that's how I have it set up. As you can see from the very beginning, just bare bones, no optic, no lights, no upgraded internals, no upgraded trigger. It's changed a lot now. It's been a couple months in the making. I'd say closer to a year. I am liking this pistol. Gives me a Tactical 22. Very fun. This one is the aluminum frame version, by the way. They do make one that is full steel, usually the stainless steel or the Hunter series, for example. But that's if you want like a 50-ounce target pistol. This one weighs about in the 35-ounce range. You do shave weight by having an aluminum grip frame, and you also save a little bit of cost. It's about $100 cheaper. But yeah, that's my video series. Thanks for watching. Just check the comments below. I talk about the other playlist, and I also talk about the Blackhawk Omni-Roll holster. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe.